Hi there, I'm Chanel Thurville, one of the artists chosen for the 2020 Public Space Invitational, a project that focuses on communal and individual connections to nature via partnership with green spaces across Boston neighborhoods. We're starting off the journey in my neighborhood, Roxbury, at El Jardín de la Amistad. Just want to give a quick shout out to the social distancing guidelines that were followed throughout this project to keep people safe. I started my research for this project by visiting El Jardín so that I could interview the gardeners there about their perspectives on nature, gardening, and all the ways that being in community has impacted their lives. I was really appreciative of their generosity, willingness to share their experiences, and show off some of their awesome seedlings that they were really excited about. As someone who has killed many a cactus, it was quite impressive to talk to the gardeners and actively see their patience and commitment to their crops. I could not remember the last time that I'd actually been around so many green and growing things. Plus, the smell of mint was really divine. Look at that beautiful bush. Look at it. And did I mention that in addition to being interviewed by me, the gardeners were kind enough to offer me some food before I left? Talk about incredible folks. Shout out to those wonderful gardeners and our awesome selfie skills. So with all of that inspiration, it was time to start the art making. In order to prep the planters and birdhouses to survive the elements, you can see me spraying some sealant around all the sides, corners, and crevices to ensure that they are weather resistant and the design will sustain as time goes on. And of course, there's time for yet another great selfie. Chenille's juxtaposition of intensive labor and meditative focus in connection to nature made me think a lot about the dichotomy between hot and cold. So I chose a warm red and a pale blue as base colors for the pots. I really loved Mia's words about the curve of life. So I decided to include lots of super curvy leaves as a design element on each of the terracotta planters and birdhouses. I also feel like leaves are a very direct connection to nature and seedlings that also go through different curves as they grow. As a complement to the leaves, you'll also notice that I added a heart, a peace sign, because peace and love is in all things that nature provides, and some abstract curvilinear forms to support that idea of things taking unexpected turns. I chose to embody Marcos' words about rewards and connections by creating a collision of different abstract shapes in addition to the leaves. No matter the shape or size of the terracotta planter, I can assure you that they all got the same amount of love and care. The same goes for the birdhouses as well. With all of the painting done, I head back outside with my homie Justina, who's helping me spray another layer of sealant on both sides of the terracotta planters. Another surprise I wanted to add in for folks receiving the planters or birdhouses were these lovely affirmation station enamel pins that I'd made A couple years ago, they actually include affirmations like worthy of respect, worthy of love, and worthy of joy, just because I feel like everyone needs a little reminder, of all the things that they deserve in life. With the enamel pins and all the terracotta planters stacked up, it's time to head over to City Natives to get those plants so we can be ready to distribute everything to people in the neighborhood. Visiting City Natives felt like I was visiting an oasis. It was so beautiful, y'all. And by this time in the summer, everything was green and growing and blooming. So here you can see my pots in addition to the pots of another artist, Jenny May, who also distributed her works at El Jardín. So we both got our stuff together at City Natives thanks to the help of Annabelle. Shout out to Annabelle and Brianna, who were kind enough to help us separate eggplants, peppers, basil, sage, mint, and other herbs. I also have my homegirl Justina again helping with the separation of the plants so that every pot can have an assortment of herbs or veggies. After all of the sorting, it was time to dig into the soil and start getting the plants prepped for their new home away from home inside the lovely terracotta planters that are all ready for them. So you can see Justina and Annabelle helping out with getting the soil together so that we can ensure that the plants are happy. While I am definitely more accustomed to having my hands submerged in paint, it wasn't so bad to trade that for some dirt instead and to get close and personal with all of these wonderful plants. It's really incredible that as humans we've been able to connect with nature and manipulate nature, honestly, in ways that allow us to provide nourishment to our bodies and support our livelihoods. This experience made me feel like I was doing really well at defending my honor, considering I've killed many a cactus in the past. Once we got all the plants in their new pots, we headed off to El Jardín to distribute them to folks in the neighborhood. It had only been a few short weeks since my last visit to El Jardín, and already it had transformed. Look at all these wonderful plants blooming and blossoming. It's so wonderful to be around, and it just feels good to know that there's a spot like this in my neighborhood for folks to enjoy. Thank y'all so much for joining the journey. Much appreciation to everyone who picked up a plant or a birdhouse.